Hi, Dipti. Hi. Hi, Dipti. Hi, doctor. How are you?
And we are good, thank you. How are you? You're on mute.
I'm doing very well. Thank you so much. Coming to, I think, in continuity to our last session, also, right? We were discussing masculine and feminine and all of that. So, how does one deal with a toxic masculine? Because I live with a toxic masculine, right? In fact, just before this call, I had an episode, right, where we were making something for dinner, and I was actually told something very extreme, that I mean, okay, whatever. But then I don't know how to deal with toxic masculine. So how do you make that masculine more secure? Because I think that comes from a lot of ego, actually. When I say the word toxic masculine, it could be a lot of ego. I think it's very egocentric, the behavior. So how, as a woman, and maybe even I, like you rightly last time we all discussed, all of us feel we have extra masculine, right? So uh, maybe even I am more masculine as a woman, I agree. Okay, but and I think this whole corporate culture and everything has kind of added to all of that, and women wanting to be ahead and equals and whatever. But not, that's a debatable topic, I know. But then how do I deal as a woman, as a feminine, keeping into my femininity, dealing with such a masculine who's high on ego, and who could even physically talk about abusing and all of that. But that's because maybe that poor
So,
masculine
yeah,
has
yeah.
seen that.
I understood, Sima, what you're trying to say. Let me put this across. When the woman is extra masculine, so she is tend to attract a male who is extra feminine. And if the person is extra feminine and there is you know, the masculine energy is like seen in the woman more than him itself. So the person gets very insecure and the person feel that he's very low and all. So all the trigger points is coming from the extra masculine woman. So when this happens, the person automatically will fall into the power game because he want to show that he is more masculine than you, and he want to dominate the feminine energy that is more of masculine energy in itself. So just to hide behind the feminine energy that the person is holding and to dominate the masculine energy that the female is holding, all the issues of the relationship starts from there. So either you have to come in peace with your masculine energy, so you will see a peaceful person with a lot of feminine energy, or else you need to enhance and take back the empowerment of the feminine energy that you are into, so that you can attract a correct type of a person. In both the ways, you are going to stop the toxic relationship. But if both the ways the energies are trying to dominate each other, that is where the toxic relationships start. So keep this in mind and you will see the changes if you start working on either your feminine energy or accepting your masculine energy completely. Either of the two.
Okay, just a quick question to this. So when you're saying accepting your feminine energies, I know that last time also there was a discussion and you were talking about this. But doctor, considering, let's pick up today's day scenario, right? Women, we are working. Olden days were different, right? Where women decided to be
Olden
subdued
days
and
were olden days were very different. Olden
yeah.
days, women know the power within themselves. Now, actually, we are very powerless if you compare to the olden days.
Could you say, could you dwell on this more for us to understand what it is? Because maybe then we are going on the wrong track as women.
Exactly.
Please throw some
Yes.
light, doc.
So before, women know that they are a feminine energy and they have to be under a masculine energy. So being under the masculine energy does not mean that a woman is powerless. It meant that, the male is meant for being a provider of the house, and woman has the power and she's empowered to create everything that is raw into a productive and meaningful thing. So suppose male will get the groceries, who is the one who is creating it into nourishment? and being protective? Woman.
Woman.
Right?
Yeah.
So women know that what she is meant for and where she is the Shakti to the men. So being a Shakti to the men, you need to understand that universe has divided the energy into two parts, one taking care of the house, one taking care of the needs of the house. But both are equally important in the house. Lately, because women were supposed to be in the house, it has been taken in a wrong way that they have been dominated, they have been tortured, they have been not taken care of. I know there have been a lot of domestic violence that is happening, but still, if women understand the respect and power of itself, nothing can harm the woman, the feminine energy. The male energy will equally respect the feminine energy if the feminine energy knows how to respect itself. So understand the respect and power within you so that you can reach to a level of accepting a male in your life. So you have to be complete. The other person has to be complete. Coming together, you are becoming more complete with each other. It is not about that I am half, he is half, coming together, we are full. That is a myth. You are an individual, that person is individual. Both of you coming together, creating an individual life. Understand that point, come into that point completely into your body, then only you will see the better relationship or better kind of male walking into your life.
What an amazing point, you know. But doctor, here as working women, where abhi bachpan se we 80s, 90s born, 70s born, everybody was like working. Women have to work, right? So we were also conditioned as mujhe kaam karna hai, mujhe independent banna hai, right? I have to be independent. So now, how does a feminine tap that while being a working woman, at the same time being subdued? Like it's so confusing. You get me? Because of the
Yes.
conditioning. Now I don't know what is the direction to be going.
Yeah, so you have chosen the norms. You have chosen, see, they are equally women who are not working. If you see a larger number of women working, there are more than women who are not working and they are being the housewife, or they are being they're just in the house and relaxing and chilling, either under the dad or under the husband. They know what they are, okay? So now you have chosen to go into the group of working women. So it was your choice, and every choice will have consequences. So now when you took up the choice and to meet up the challenges that happens outside. So let me tell you one thing very clearly here. Women were kept in the house not because she is powerless or not to dominate her. Women were kept into the house because men felt it is their responsibility to keep the feminine energy safe, because they are very fragile and sensitive to see the unkind thing of the world. But in the modern world, it has taken a completely different scenario. And when you talk about 80s and 90s, I know many women who are still housewife and they are very happy being that. So you have chosen something and you are facing the consequences now. Now, if you have to choose differently, if you want to still want to be a working woman, that is obviously your choice. But here, what you need to do is you need to understand where you're losing your femininity while working. So take back your sensitivity, your femininity. So, the balance, understand your feminine energy and what you're looking for. Are you working out of compulsion, or are you working because everyone are working? Are you working because it's a modern world and you have to work, or it is your choice to work? When you feel it is a choice to work, you will see a lot of changes coming by itself. And after taking those changes into you, allow your feminine energies to become protective towards it, instead of taking a lot of pressures of the work that you're into. This is how you can balance your energies here. Is it clear?
Yes, amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah, who next? Anybody has a question? I think we have been on this topic of feminine and masculine for the last couple of
Yes.
weeks now.
Yes. So, we don't have to ask something on this same uh, aspect of the life. You can ask anything that you are facing personally in your life.
So you spoke about keeping the energies intact, feminine energies intact, even when you are, you have a career of your choice, you like what you do, but you are in a male dominated, lots of, there are lots of men around you. How do you sort of protect these energies?
Yes, amazing question here. So it is a saying that, you know, Jaisi Sangat, Vaisi Rangat. Okay, the kind of people you are around, you become the same, right? So what is happening here? I'll tell you where woman is going wrong here. Okay. So when the woman is wanting to work, go out and work, what they are doing, they are not understanding that being a feminine energy, they can work. But what they are doing instead, they are trying to become like a man. They're trying to become equivalent like men, or they are trying to become more than men. Instead of understanding the power that women hold is much, much higher than what they hold. So when you're trying to become like a man, what you're doing, there's a lot of thought in the mind that is coming up, and that thought is creating a lot of masculine hormones in the body and reducing or deactivating the feminine hormones in the body. So what you need to do here is, instead of looking at the men or the male people around and wanting to be like that, you have to go within yourself and understand what are your true powers as a feminine energy. And when you do that, you will every day you will enhance the feminine energy in you. And when you're doing that, it will get easier for you to maintain the feminine energy. And slowly you will bring back the balance of harmony in both the male and female energy of the body. It will be very simple if you just notice what are the thoughts towards your work, or whom you're comparing yourself to, or your compete. Even competitions will create such energies. So comparisons, competitions, wanting to grow more than someone else, all these things, your attention is going towards them. And what you look at, what you see, that is the feed of your mind. And what is the feed will become your personality. So the food that you intake will give the energy. In the same way, what the thoughts you're intaking, that is the food for your mind, and that will create the same kind of energy in the body. So you have to understand what you're looking into and what you have to disassociate with. Hmm? Is it clear?
Understood. Yeah, thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. Please.
So, Dr. Kirti, we always speak from the feminine perspective. So, what about the males of today?
Okay.
How can they adjust to the new feminine who have so much of masculine energy in them?
Yes. So as we know, everything has to be in balance. Everything has to be completely into the balance of the universal norms. So here, when women are taking a lot of masculine energy, the other side, men are sacrificing their masculine energy and picking up a lot of feminine energy. So the balance has to come, whether it is less or more, balance has to come. So this is the reason why nowadays men are more feminine than the women. Hmm? So when it comes to men, they need to understand, again here they need to understand where is the place where they're losing their feminine energy, and sorry, their masculine energy. And most of the time when the man is dominated by a mother, or if it has been, has been physically abused, like beating or throwing a lot of tantrums and all by the father, so it happens that they start hating the masculine energy of the house. So when they start hating or disconnecting from the masculine energy of the house, or from the lineage of the masculine energy, they start reducing the masculine energies in them. And when they start reducing the masculine energies in them, they start developing the feminine energies. So for men, they need to understand that they have to connect back to the energies of the father and the lineage, so that they can have the balance of masculine energy in them. For them, this is the best way to get back the masculine energy in them. And second thing, you know, love and compassion, having love and compassion in itself is not a bad thing. But if that love and compassion in you is not allowing the productivity at the workplace that you can do, or if you see the multiple failures in your work, that is where you need to understand some way your masculine energy is not working for you. And you have to bring back the balance of that. So you need to connect to the father. You can check the lineages that you are into, or you can, at the most, you can check if there's anything else going on into their side. So for an example here, we are in India. Okay, we are Indians. Most of the people, I think across the India, almost in all states, Tuesday is the day where saloons are closed. Is it within all the cities? I know many of the cities where it is. Okay. So why Tuesday? Why not any other day? And especially men's saloons are closed on Tuesday. So there is a science behind that. Hmm? Tuesday is what day? It's a day of Mars, the planet Mars. And the planet Mars is related to the feminine energy. Sorry, it is related to the masculine energy. Hmm? So if that day, if you go out and cut your hair, or if you're, going with the shaving and all, what you're doing, you're removing the masculine energy from the body. So what you're doing, you're donating your masculine energy and disrespecting it. So you need to understand that instead of disrespecting the energy that you're into, you need to receive it back inside you. Hmm? So that was the reason in olden days, people used to think, they used to have mustaches, they need to have beard and all, or if not beard, at least mustaches. Why? That was the sign of masculine energy in them. Hmm? Nothing to do that you have to go and have the mustaches, nothing in that way, but still I'm telling you what was the logic behind that. Okay. But when it comes to woman is the planet Mars. Woman is the planet Venus. So when the Venus is coming, Venus is the Friday thing. So if you see, most of the goddess are prayed on Friday, because that is the feminine day. Tuesday is the masculine day and Friday is the feminine day. So you can enhance yourself on Friday. So this is how you need to understand. And male, they need to take a lot of sunlight. Why? Because sunlight is the masculine energy. Even though it is universal energy, it is masculine energy. But with the woman, it has to be the moonlight, because moonlight is a more of, feminine energy into them, because moon is a lot of emotions. But when it comes to sun, it is like, light, giving life to the person. So this is how you need to understand. And to bring back the balance in you, you can also be both into sunlight and moonlight, so that you can bring back the balance in the body. This is how you can work. Hmm? I hope this answered your question, Dipti. Hmm? Even though there was a lot of, you're on mute.
Yeah, no, that answers, that was beautiful. I think there are a lot of old things, rituals, which we don't know, we don't follow, but there was a logic to it. Whether it exists now or not is where I think we all struggle with.
Yes. We see, now we are not following it because we don't know the reason and the scientific reason behind that, why it was firstly created. Hmm? Once you understand that, it will get easier for you to follow that. Hmm.
Right.
So balance is very important. And I'll tell you one thing here. Okay, this is from my side. I know there is no question here in the group, but sometimes what will happen, you take the feminine body and you behave like a male. The reason is, like, there is some past life where you have not experienced and explored your masculine energy being a male. So what you do, you choose a feminine body next birth and you start behaving like a male in that body. Same with the feminine energy. If the woman want to experience her femininity, and suppose, she had a very unkind, or, you can say a very traumatic feminine life, or she might have gone through the rape or something, and she died with that. She did not explore her femininity at all. So what she will do, she will take another life. This time she will take a male body and she will explore her femininity through the male body. So this is also one of the reason why there is a lot of imbalance happening onto the earth when it comes to male and female energy. Hmm? So that is why you need to understand that what is your past life, or maybe why you have chosen such things in your life. Current life matters a lot, but still there could be something from the past life as well. And this could also be the reason why there are now so many gays and lesbians coming up, because they're trapping themselves into particular body so that they can experience opposite to what is happening in their life. So everything is according to the plan of maybe some of the previous life or some of the experiences that you are wanting to explore into the current life. So instead of raising a questions towards yourself, try to understand the solutions and answers towards it. Okay.
Oh, okay. Sanskriti has a question.
Yes, Sanskriti.
Hi, ma'am. I have a very small question. You said that to balance the masculine and feminine, you can take sunlight and moonlight. So, if we are not able to, then can we take sun charged water or moon charged water?
That you can take, but it's not going to be that effective as you sit under the sun and moonlight and take it out.
Okay.
The effects are really high. So it's like, because you're not able to eat fresh fruit, you're going with the preservatives. Obviously, it is going to fill your stomach, but it is not that great and not that happening for the body.
Okay.
So better it's if you go. And with you, Sanskrit especially, you can try to sit under the moonlight and take a lot of feminine feel. You don't have to do anything. Just sit under the moonlight and feel the moonlight. That's it.
Moonlight
really help you.
during the when there is no moon, then those days it's not possible. So only on.
Monthly one, there will be only one no moon day.
Oh, okay. Yes. Other days we can.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Okay, Seema has a question. In the dating scene, men nowadays expect women to take initiative, like even the first connect, etc. Having read the classic Men Are From Mars and Women Are From Venus, he talks about how men are action takers and have always been so. What is the wrong thing I'm doing here? It's not one episode.
So what is the question exactly in this?
I think what she's asking is that generally men expect the women to take.
I can explain it. So, Dr. Kirti, what I really mean here is, and this I've not seen on one platform, even on Shadi.com or any matrimonial portal. See, age old, there has always been. So, I'm right now only talking about marriage and dating scene, right? So, in that, if you, if I was to understand masculine, feminine, the female's family always had to run behind men. Then, even in the olden times, okay. So, and the men never ran behind women even then, right? So being action takers. But even nowadays, if I see, these guys basically just want women to approach them first. So is it that a lot of them are stuck with that? And by the way, if you're suggesting a book, I will even suggest a book ahead. The same guy, John Gray, has written Men Are Like Waffles and Women Are Spaghetti. Please do read that also. I love the book. So it's in continuation to Men Are From Mars. And for people who understand this concept, because I find it very intriguing. So I've gone and dug much onto this. But so Dr. Kirti, what am I doing wrong here? Like, should I wait for that man to approach me? Because I've been a man all my life. Like you already know by now, right? But I'm tired of being a man. Now I want to be a woman and I want a man to approach me as a woman. But they don't want to. So here I'm also getting confused. मैं क्या करूं? मैं उनके पीछे भागती रहूं कि क्या करूं?
आप एक session लो and try to first understand where you're going wrong in your life and then think about it.
Okay.
It would be much better.
Sure.
Okay. Because according to me, it doesn't matter whether woman is taking initiative or men is taking initiative. The concept of men taking initiative came up. The reason was because men has to take the responsibility of the woman. So when the woman is coming to the men, she is the complete responsibility of the men, starting from the livelihood to the survival to the safety and her well-being, her clothes, her jewelry, everything was the responsibility of the men in the previous time. So that is where the woman always waited for men to take the initiative. The reason because she has to be dependent on her, maybe she is looking, she's going into her custody kind of. Okay, that was the mindset of the woman before. So when men is approaching the woman, that means he's ready to take the responsibility of the woman. And that is how she was waiting for. Is it like without invitation, you're not going to someone else? But nowadays, both are working, both are independent, both are into their own into their own themselves. So it doesn't matter who is taking initiative. In this case, when you're dating or when you're meeting a man, you can say we can go with half and half. It's better. Or one time him, one time you. So play a little smart in such case instead of getting confused. Okay?
Sure.
Trust what is coming up.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Anybody else has any questions? But I think we are still in continuation of that topic. So
Yes.
again, today's healing.
So today I'm going to break the cycle of this topic.
Okay.
Better. Okay. So today when we are doing the meditation, we will not be working on any feminine or masculine energies here, but instead we are going to understand our body and our energies. Is everyone okay with that?
Okay, just for everybody else who've come for the first time, if you want to do the meditations on feminine and masculine, they're all available on our YouTube channel. I'll put up the link on the chat. You can do those meditations because we have been doing that for the last couple of times.
Yes.
So you can do it there.
Okay. So today let's explore. Either I'm just going to go intuitively, either working on your body and your energies, or else on your growth of your prosperity, your worthiness. Let's see what comes up. Okay. So all of you close your eyes and just relax. Concentrate on your breaths. Feel your breaths going in and coming out. Either sit or lie down, be into a comfortable position, and just allow yourself to relax. The more you relax, the deeper you go, and the deeper you go, the more you relax. Keep on relaxing. In this relaxed and comfortable position, just allow yourself to stand at top of the staircase, which is 20 steps going down. Imagine, feel, or visualize yourself on the top of the staircase, which is 20 steps going down. At the count of 20, you're going to climb down the staircase. So start going down now. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you're down of the staircase now. Just cross, keep walking onto the hallway. And as you're crossing the hallway, you will see the doors towards the right and towards the left. Keep on walking. And as you're walking, one door towards the left or towards the right is attracting you. Stop in front of the door that is attracting you. There's a pull towards that door. Stand in front of the door. As you're walking inside the door with the instruction that will be given now, you will see a part of you waiting for you inside the door. And this part of you is holding lot of worthiness and lot of disability in itself. So put your hand on the doorknob at the count of 3. 2, turn around the doorknob. 1, open the door and step inside now. First thought, first impression, first feeling, look around. You will find yourself waiting there for you. First thought, first impression, first feeling, what is the age of that inner child? Go near that inner child. This inner child know how to create abundance, prosperity, because this inner child know that you deserve it. You're worthy of it. Just be with that inner child. Hold the hand of that inner child. and try to understand what has happened that he or she got stuck here. Hold the hand and bring the inner child. Hold the hand. Bring the inner child outside the room. And when you bring out the inner child outside the room, just give a look at the room. Clear the room if there is anything that is needed to be cleared. Clear the room. And close the door. Come out. Take this inner child near the staircase again and bring that inner child back to yourself. So with the counts, start climbing the staircase. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and at the top of the staircase 20. Come above. Bring the inner child with you. And now stand in front of the inner child. Look at the inner child. Ask the inner child, is there anything that the inner child need to let go? If yes, create a sunlight above you and allow the inner child to let go. Let go of anything, any negative thoughts or feelings towards your disability. Let it go. It's over. It ends now. Let go of your unworthiness. It's over. It ends now. Let go of all this thing into the sunlight. And now, in return, take back your worthiness, your abundance, and your disability from the sunlight. You deserve it. Accept it into your physical body of that inner child right now. Take it back. Allow the sunlight to go where it belongs to. Hold the hand of the inner child. Look into its eyes. Look into the eyes of your inner child and say, I welcome you in my life. I welcome you in my life with all respect and dignity. I welcome you in my life with pride and the proud. I accept you. I love you. And I promise I'll take care of you. You're part of me. You're an important part of me. And I accept it now completely. Now, through your heart chakra, integrate that inner child into you and allow the inner child to grow to the current age. Keep on saying to yourself, I love, accept, and deserve abundance, prosperity. I'm worthy of success and growth. I value myself totally and completely. I am valuable. I am valuable totally and completely. And it is my right to grow and to succeed in everything I do. Now bring back that energies back into the physical body where you are right now. Breathe into your physical body. Grow the energies to the current age. Integrate back your disability, your worthiness, your value. And now breathe into your physical body and integrate, integrate, integrate. Feel your back, feel your shoulder, feel the top of your head. Open your eyes and bring back your awareness into the room. Take your time and relax. Integrate, integrate, integrate. Open your eyes and bring back your awareness into the room. Take your time.
Anybody would like to share their experience?
I think we will allow them to just be with that.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay, great. So we'll see everybody on Saturday, 12 p.m.
All of you take care. Bye. Good
Have a
evening.
good night. Bye.
Yeah. Bye.